William.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think anyone's ever had to write a report about Steven Seagal movies for their homework?
We're just talking about it.
yeah, but that conversation was so fucking stupid. I'm gonna use that as the opening line for this video. that statement was so fucking stupid and absurd. It fits perfectly with how we always open up our video with nonsensical out of context conversation that doesn't relate to the context of the actual movie we're watching. All right.
Oh my god.
That joke was perfect.
Jesus, but I mean, oh god, can you imagine somebody actually doing? I mean, I can imagine. Oh god,
I mean, I can imagine people writing about Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or anyone else that's been in that was actually in the Expendables, but fucking Steven Seagal. Do you think Steven Seagal is mad he never got invited to the Expendables?
Look, man, I don't care. Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up. I was about to look up the Expendables. Steven Seagal.
Look, Austin, we have to remember, Steven Seagal is not in a. He might be an action star.
Okay. The first thing I looked up I looked up the Expendables Steven Seagal. This is the first article why Steven Seagal would never be in the Expendables. That's the first thing that popped up.
That went hard right there, jeez. Oh my god.
Let's see. Oh god. I don't like some of the people involved. Okay. Wow. Damn.
Really? Okay.
Damn. Steven Seagal is a fucking very high class actor when comparing to people like Terry Crews or Arnold Schwarzenegger or anyone else that's been in the Expendable. Guess fucking Steven Seagal think he's too good for them.
Jesus, dude.
Let's look at the cast real quick. Alright, hold on. Let's try to figure out who do you think Steven Seagal hates. Do you think Steven Seagal hates Sylvester Stallone?
So I mean, probably Sylvester Stallone.
I'm pretty sure he hates everybody because they're all more famous than him.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the case. You know,
yeah.
Who knows?
That's probably
next thing you know, we just because we mentioned Steven Seagal, he'll listen to this and he'll start suing us.
Do you think Steven Seagal just Googles himself every day to see what people are saying about Steven Seagal?
To see if he's still relevant. Yeah, he's just sitting alone in the fucking corner, just typing is like, is Steven Seagal still relevant?
The Expendables a Christmas story? Was that a thing? What the fuck is this? Are they making an Expendables Christmas movie?
I mean, I don't know. You're looking it up. You're telling me.
Oh no! Oh no! Because Jason Statham's character, whose name's Lee's Christmas. Okay. Is that an actual Christmas movie? That seems way more fucking fun and stupid, to be honest.
There were like what, 3 movies or something?
Yeah, and then there's 3 movies, and then there's 3 in development. There's
my god.
And then there's the Expendable 4. I forgot about that. And then there's the Expendabellas. I forgot about that. The female spin-off.
Right, yeah.
I feel like that's been announced for like so many years, but nothing ever came out of that. Came out of that. When was the last update for this movie? All studios involved had intended to begin production in early 2015. All right, cool. All right, that was the last update about this movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Hold on. I'm reading this thing here. It says in May of 2012, it was announced that a television spin-off of the film series has entered development at Lionsgate.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh man, wow! They had a lot of high-profile female actors for the Expendables.
Were these movies actually good or
what?
Because I haven't seen them yet. Yeah, I haven't seen them.
No, fucking no. It's literally what you're expecting when you cast a bunch of 80s action stars in a movie.
Oh, so it's what you expect, but because you get what you get,
it's like Michael Bay's Transformers. You know what you're getting into when you're watching you're not going to Michael Bay's Transformers for fucking lore, all right? Even though there is lore in Michael. Okay, hold on. That was a sort of bad example.
Oh my god! You're not going there for the lore, even though there's lore.
You're not going to Michael Bay's Transformers for philosophical thoughts, all right? You're going there because they're expecting giant robots. Some of them who may or may not be racist to fight against other giant robots who may or may not be racist, all right?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, that's fair.
That's pretty much what the experience. I remember watching this movie, and by the end, I was like, okay, that was a cool movie. That was a fun watch. You're not. It's like Avatar, all right, but not Avatar.
It's like Avatar, but not. Wait, which Avatar are we talking about?
Yes.
Last Airbender
Yes.
or Avatar? Okay, yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
All right. Hey, what movie are we watching today?
Welcome to the spoiler cast for Once Upon a Time in Venice.
Or also known as... Oh, fuck, I had the page up. I meant the wrong. Or also known as, in some territories, as LA Vengeance, even though that makes no sense, because this thing has nothing to do with LA whatsoever.
I mean, or Vengeance, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so you told me about the plot synopsis. You sold me on the idea this movie was just John Wick, except with Bruce Willis.
Well, okay, yeah, well,
that's what you told me. That's what you told me when we had discussing movies, right? So that's the mindset. Uh-huh. I was literally waiting for a dog to die in this movie. Don't take that clip out of context and post it somewhere on the internet, people.
Waiting for dogs to die.
That's not the name. That's not the name of this. That's not the name of the spoiler cast, by the way.
That's gonna be the title.
No, that's not the title.
I was waiting for the dog to die.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so you told me you sold me on the synopsis of this movie. So literally throughout this entire movie, that's what I had in my thought. And then halfway through the movie, I was like, wait, nothing is happening. William fucking misled me.
Okay, look, I didn't mislead you on anything, okay? Because
you told me this was John Wick, but with Bruce Willis.
No, look, this is what I said, okay?
Okay.
I swear to God, you better not go back to these podcasts or whatever, fucking, get out what I actually said, okay? But what I said, okay, what I'm saying right now, okay, is that I said that this, when John Wick came out, this movie came out as well, around that time. And the synopsis I read from it was basically a guy...
2017. John Wick came out in 2014.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This came out around the time. And so, the fucking...
3 years later!
Yeah, but it's around 2014!
Oh, Jesus.
It's around there, Austin. It's around there.
Fuck.
But, it's basically a detective who gets his dog kidnapped by gang members, right? Yeah. And this came out around the same time, or not around the same time, but it came out around the time John Wick came out.
Yeah, 3 years later.
So yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Somebody saw John, at least from what I saw. Because the thing is, I didn't look up the production notes or anything, but from what I saw, just from that information, and John Wick having come out 3 years earlier, I'm like, okay, so someone watched John Wick and they're trying to capitalize on the popularity of John Wick, because John Wick is still popular to this day.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of big names in this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
There are a lot of big names.
I was so fucking adamant when I fucking saw John Goodman in this movie. I was like, oh, what the fuck? How did he fucking get? Literally. So I was fine with fucking Bruce Willis and Jason Momoa, and then when fucking John Goodman, I was like, what the fuck? How the fuck did John Goodman get into this movie? I was literally my immersion was broken as soon as I saw John Goodman. I was like, oh, that's fucking pretty random that he got John Goodman in this movie.
Yeah, I know, it was pretty out there. It's like, I didn't expect to see him at all. I didn't expect to see a number of people here at all.
Yeah, just like how you weren't expecting to see Thomas... Fuck, how you pronounce his last name?
Thomas Middleditch?
Is that Middleditch?
It says middle and then ditch.
Oh,
so it's middle ditch.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see Thomas Middleditch. Yeah, so this is what I was telling you earlier when we were talking about fucking when we were talking about replicas, but why when I watched Replica I was so freaked out by this movie. Because I saw this movie first. Because we both randomly chose these movies at random. We didn't look into any pretext outside of the fucking John Wick things for these movies. Right, so we just randomly chose movie. I just randomly remembered there was a bad Keanu Reeves movie that wasn't about home invasion that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how fucking Tom Middleditch is in both of these movies. My immersion broke. I was like, what the fuck? This is so fucking weird. It was we both chose these movies and then there just happened to be a connecting actor in both of these movies.
Hey, here, Austin. After the Steven Seagal week, you wanna do a Thomas Middleditch week, which is all films with Thomas Middleditch in it.
How many films has Tom Middleditch has been in where he's a main character?
Yeah.
Okay, he was in Godzilla. Oh fuck, we can watch Godzilla.
Was he in Godzilla?
Apparently, I don't fucking know. That's
which one? Which one?
King of Monsters. King of Monsters.
Oh, King of the Monsters. I'm trying to remember where I saw him in that. Because I saw that movie. I just don't remember him in it.
Oh, okay. Hey, he was in the Captain Underpants movie.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He was in Kong Skull Island. He played Jerry.
When was he in that movie? I don't remember him in that movie.
He played Jerry. I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't remember who that character is. Okay, Googling Jerry does not help.
Did you get a bunch of Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, I actually did.
Yeah, I figured, yeah.
Alright, let's see who the fuck was he in. Alright, I don't remember this character whatsoever. Alright, there is no picture of his character.
Now I remember him in King of the Monsters. Yeah, he was the fucking assistant, or like the fucking assistant in, when he was there when the main character came in. He's like, "Oh, we need your help. We need your help to find your family."
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he appears in the MonsterVerse twice as two different characters. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, in Kong.
Yeah, he appears in Kong and then he appears in Godzilla, but they're both different characters. Huh.
It may have been because of the fact that like in Kong he may have been played such a minor role it didn't matter.
Was his role minor in Kong Skull Island? If he was
okay,
well, didn't he go with them to the island?
I mean, to be fair, like the thing is, I don't remember a lot from Kong Skull Island, or at least his character in Kong Skull Island.
I remember Kong in Kong Skull Island.
Okay, I misworded it. Okay, I remember the movie. I remember a good bit because it's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I like Kong Skull Island. This welcome to the Kong Skull Island spoiler cast, by the way.
Yeah, but like Thomas Middleditch's character, I do not remember at all.
Yeah,
in Kong Skull Island, so it's like I don't remember him at all.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's some weird stuff that they're gonna plan to do when the crossover happens for Kong and Godzilla.
Wait, is this supposed to come out this year? Huh.
Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla versus King Kong. I didn't realize it was supposed to come out this year. Damn, do we have to do a Godzilla week or something when this?
If you want, we can go ahead. To be fair, we have Godzilla, we have King of the Monsters. We're gonna get the new King Kong versus Godzilla movie, and then we're gonna get we're not gonna get. But we can also watch Shin Godzilla.
We can also talk about Peter Jackson's King Kong as well.
You know what? I did that, but look, man, if you're gonna watch that, you might as well just watch the extended cut, okay?
Oh, there's an extended cut of that movie?
There is an extended cut of that movie.
Hold on,
the extended cut is so much better.
Is it the Jackson cut?
God, fuck you, Austin. I can't believe that actually exists. We were making jokes about that. I didn't think it was gonna be real, and of course it is. I did not want you to be right. I swear to God. But of course you're right, and of course it's gonna happen. Now, I'm mad about that. I'm so mad about that.
Well, hold on, wait. Do we live in a post-Jackson cut world?
Not yet, Austin.
Oh,
not yet.
Jesus Christ.
It's not out yet. Remember, it's only when it's out that it will actually happen.
Oh.
We'll actually have the utopia we yearn for, that we deserve.
That's right. I'm telling you,
the promised land.
The Snyder Cut will fix everything. Society will be fixed. People will discover the cure to the coronavirus when the Snyder Cut comes out.
Oh, not cancer, just coronavirus.
Yeah, just coronavirus. Yeah.
Just the coronavirus, not even
nothing else. World hunger? No, that's still a thing. That's still a thing in the post-Snyder Cut world. World war is still a thing. What else is bad? Slavery? That's still a thing. What else? What else? Police violence? That's still a thing. What else is there? Poison? Yeah, poison. Yeah, poison is still a thing. Just poison. Just poison in general.
Just poison. So you're telling me every bad thing it still exists except for the coronavirus in your post-Snyder Cut world?
Yes, we will solve everything, and by everything, everything just only means coronavirus.
God damn it, Austin.
We spent 15 minutes and we haven't touched anything about fucking Once Upon a Time in Venice.
Oh my
God. Thomas Middleditch.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Anyway,
did we spend enough time being off topic?
I'm gonna go into the 2 sentences that they provide us for a plot synopsis.
I think this is the longest we've ever been on a tangent at the start of a spoiler cast. This tangent is this tangent we've been having. It's gonna be longer than the actual spoiler cast for this movie.
Okay. Well, to be honest with you, Austin, like the fact that it's a spoiler cast, we talk about the movie, but we don't review it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's totally okay. But anyway, here's a synopsis that they provide for us here on Wikipedia, which is 2 sentences.
All right, hold on. You read that while I look up the IMDb.
Okay, so it says here, Los Angeles-based private. Why is it? Oh, is Venice? Oh, well, I guess it is. Los Angeles-based private detective
for one.
Steve
Oh no,
Ford.
wait, no, that's Rotten Tomato. Never mind. Okay, I was dumb.
Okay, Los Angeles-based private detective Steve Ford lives a carefree life. After performing a favor for a friend, Ford runs afoul of a local gang. The gang's leader, Spider, spelled with a Y, seeks revenge and steals Ford's dog. In order to recover the dog, Ford is forced into a sequence of convoluted and intertwined tasks across the Venice area. Now, the thing is, because I saw John Wick, and that was a very popular movie about a guy whose dog gets killed, and then we have something similar, but the dog is kidnapped instead. I expected the same movie. Now, this doesn't run in the same vein at all of John Wick.
Yeah, this is a comedy. This is just a comedy. I wouldn't even call it an action movie. This is like a comedy movie at most.
It's more similar to a Coen Brothers film, to be honest with you, or at least in terms of like The Big Lebowski. You know,
yeah,
that's kind of how.
Is that why John Goodman's in this movie?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure, that too, but it felt more like in that vein. It's just like, it's a very serious situation, but treated very comic.
Yeah, like because apparently there's a common thing where dogs just get kidnapped all the time in Venice.
And so it's like, it's not a bad movie. It's actually very funny.
Yeah, I enjoy this movie. Just like how much I enjoyed the obviously fake Bruce Willis stand-in they used for all the skateboarding shots. It was that fucking stand-in was so fucking obvious at the beginning of this movie when Bruce Willis is talking to the youth. Just fucking wait, hold on. How old is Bruce Willis, by the way? I just wanna.
I mean, he's
he has to be in his.
How old is he?
65. Yeah, like we see this old dude just talking to a bunch of kids, and it just fucking goes out on his skateboard. Like the worst part is there's nothing wrong with trying to have a hip old guy like what up fellow kids, how you doing, right? But the fact that the stand-in was so fucking doesn't match Bruce Willis's like body frame, right? Like every time I just saw the skateboarding Bruce Willis not Bruce Willis skateboard, the body double whatever of Bruce Willis. It's just like it felt so fucking weird. Like you could obviously tell like they just had a guy shave his head and all right, you're Bruce Willis. Right, like he didn't match like Bruce Willis's like body shape or whatever the fuck, right? It was like so fucking weird and out of place every time they had Bruce Willis skateboarding. And also so fucking stupid that we just have fucking Bruce Willis just skateboarding around everywhere. Just having Bruce Willis be on a skateboard, just doing skateboarding stuff.
Yeah, I know, but God, ow, that's
himself. He has taken out the knife. He is lubing.
Okay, look. Where is this joke? Why does this joke exist, Austin?
I don't know.
Why? At all?
I don't know. All right, look.
It's like you always go to it, something happens. I'm like, what is this?
This is like Thomas Middleditch role in Kong Skull Island. I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay, Austin, fine. But it definitely runs more in the vein of Big Lebowski. You basically get You get what it basically says. You get Bruce Willis who has his dog kidnapped, and basically he has to do a whole bunch of other fucking tasks in order to fucking get his dog back.
Yeah, because he has no money.
Yeah,
and every time he goes ask for money, he needs more money. He has to get money from another person. He has to ask money from another person just to get money to pay the other person.
God, and it's just like things get worse and worse for him.
It progressively gets worse with the amount of people he starts asking. Like first he asks like a landlord guy for it, right? Then he has like this local fucking pimp or sugar daddy guy that fucking chills around on the beach for the money. Then what does he ask? What does he fucking ask? Then he gets money from a drug dealer. No, not.
It was a loan shark. It was a loan shark.
Yeah. Like you just go around asking money and so he goes from one group to another group just asking for money so he can pay the previous group. It's like so dumb.
But he just has no money at all. And it's just like he's just trying and he's doing whatever. But he's also making like all these other deals, and so it's like at the end of it all, well, except for the end. But like at the end, basically everything turns out fine for him because everything he's been doing just happens to work out. And it's just like, because you basically have him. He's best friends with this guy he's been best friends with him for a long time, but he's going through a terrible divorce. You get like a case where he's trying to find out who's tagging this guy's apartment buildings. By
the way, I like this fucking stupid recurring joke throughout the movie about every time they stake out the building, right? Or whenever they like something fucking happens where they get distracted, and then the fucking and then the actual tagger then shows up. Like they spend like hours just watching this building. Like I don't know, I don't know. That's a good comedy joke. I like that joke.
It's good.
Yeah.
Because I also love how like whenever they're talking about this guy's art, they always mention the shading and like how the veins look on like the dicks that he draws on there. Yeah, it's like oh, don't you like how it's like you see how the veins always seem to follow you around? It's like what the fuck is this, dude?
they're a big fan. They're a big fan of veins apparently.
Yeah, and it's so great. It's like there's also this great joke with Thomas Middleditch's character. I actually like if I was drinking water, I would have done a spit take. But like, you have Bruce Willis's characters telling him, okay, I need you to go and look, like, I need you to look for this girl, okay, and this is I think it was Nola, who is the spider's girlfriend, and so he's like, okay, look for her, because she has this cocaine that the spider needs, because it was his cocaine and he doesn't want anyone else getting his money from that drugs, right, or whatever. And so he's like, okay, look for this girl and get my drugs back. And so Thomas Middleditch is like, okay, so this picture was taken at this bar, and so I need you to go over there and ask around.
Fucking cowboy.
Yeah, and it's like I was like, okay, I need you to just go in, look normal, look casual or whatever, and just go in and just ask questions, right? And the thing is, everyone else in that bar looks normal as you would expect, right?
They're like bikers. They're like bikers.
Yeah. And then he fucking, like, Thomas Middleditch opens the fucking door, and he's dressed in a fucking cowboy outfit.
Well, people in Miami like to dress as cowboys, alright?
It's so stupid. It's like, what in the... You're like, I know it's a theme, that it's like, it's a Western-themed bar, but nobody's gonna go to a bar dressed as a bloody cowboy.
You wanna go to a Western-themed bar dressed as cowboys? Once bars ever open up again?
Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah, yes. And when the bars open up, Austin, everyone's gonna dress as cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But God,
that's
it was
Cody
like
society back. The fact that people aren't dressed as cowboys.
Yeah, it's just oh my god. It's just, this movie is like from while I may have expected like something else from this movie, what I did get was actually just really good. Yeah. It was pretty funny. Oh my god, it's just, I love the comedy in here, and I love how it just seems so convoluted just for him, just for a guy trying to get his dog.
Yeah,
and it's just
literally he could have just paid back the guy, but he made it more harder for himself and everything, right?
And it's just like he just keeps digging a hole for himself until he miraculously gets out of it.
Like there's like a lot of fucking great comedy bits, like there's like moments in this movie. Like there's a scene where he goes back to the game because they had a car that another character sold or stole or whatever the fuck from the gang. And he just fucking casually just walks up to them with a fucking basket full of fucking muffins, right? And then when they're actually inside, like first I was like, then the gamers was like, I mean, we have a basket of muffins, I guess we should try these out. And then everyone's just been like, wow, these muffins are pretty good. What type of muffins? Like everyone just fucking just enjoy these muffins, right? It's so fucking stupid.
It's just like they just eat those muffins, and they're just like
fucking casually eating these muffins while
they're having a conversation.
Yeah,
like what the fuck. But I mean, it's like, at least for me, it's a good movie. I know, like, there's an interesting thing that I'm saying here, like the fact that like Rotten Tomatoes and like you see a Metacritic like that, like for some reason, like it. I think it also might be because of how I perceived it at one point. I'm not sure. And I will have to look this up later, but it's not in time for this spoilercast. But on Rotten Tomatoes, it seems to have a 21% rating, and then you have on Metacritic you get a 28 out of 100. So it seems like it's a bad movie, but like while like I'm not sure if it's because they perceived it as something like they were expecting a John Wick type of thing.
Yeah, like an action movie or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And so it's
yeah, that was the problem when I was going. Like, I was expecting this to be a John Wick action movie, and then once I really realized, I was like, oh, I have to change my mindset of this movie. Yeah, so I think that's probably a reason why these movies so like if you go into this movie as a John Wick, you won't be disappointed obviously because it's not a fucking hardcore action movie. But if you just go into as a comedy movie, just about a dude just doing stupid stuff to get by his day, it's a way better experience. Like this movie is actually a way better experience once you perceive it as a comedy movie, right? Like an actual just like a fluff movie to watch for fun.
I think it's like it's like I think it was the same thing with The Big Lebowski. I don't know if it was Austin, but wasn't The Big Lebowski kind of perceived negatively when it first came out? Then everyone thinks of it as bad. I think it was the case. I think it was one of the Coen Brothers movies that was like that. That's what I'm saying.
Was it Garfield? Was it the Garfield movie?
The Garfield movie? No, my God.
Directed by the guy whose last name almost sounds like Coen but isn't Coen.
God, I'm still astonished by that.
How Bill Murray tricked himself into signing up for that movie.
God, dude.
It's still one of my favorite. It's still like one of my favorite movie trivia that I found out. Like how Bill Murray only went into Garfield, right? Because he thought it was being written by the Coen brothers, but it's a different guy whose name just spells exact same, except I think one of his letters is swapped out.
Yeah. God, dude. But I mean, it's like this is a fun movie. Don't expect too much from it. But it's like you don't need to put too much thought into it. It's like it's not required, and it's a fun comedy.
Yeah, there's just a lot of good comedy bit moments that they do with these characters, right? Like I remember the scene where Bruce Willis gets mad. Gets angry whenever he just starts destroying the TV. When you have Jason Momoa's character just casually just say that like, hey, that's Reese's TV. That's not my TV, right? He's just fucking like he's just witnessing Bruce Willis have like this whole breakdown. He's just fucking sitting there. It's like, hey, that's not my TV, bro, right? God,
yeah, I know. It was funny. Yeah, that was great because it was like, I don't think we put constant context in that, right? Because like along with the dog that got robbed, it was also like the thing is he has his dog basically at his niece's place because she needs the dog because her father skipped out of town to find himself or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's without a father and the dog brings comfort. But along with the dog, it was like her TV, her Xbox, and like a stereo system, I believe it was.
Yeah, a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, in the beginning, he gave a whole sob story of the fact that like this dog was the only thing that was making her happy or whatever. And then of course when Bruce Willis loves his dog. And so when Bruce Willis learns that the dog was like taken from someone else, then he just kind of freaks out and starts smashing the TV. And it's just funny because he's like, oh, well, that's your niece's TV. And he's like, at that moment, he's like, yeah, he doesn't care about the niece. He cares about the dog. Yeah. And it's just kind of funny to see him react like that. It's just,
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of good moments in this movie, especially towards the end. Like this, like I actually do kind of like Thomas Middleditch's character in this movie. Like he's just like this fucking guy that's just trying to fucking do a job to get paid and everything. He has to do it all. Bruce Willis, just like the character in the plot of Assistance to Murder. Yeah.
God, dude, Jesus Christ. Fucking Assistance to Murder.
Hey, don't worry. Once we actually start writing scripts for these stupid movies, it'll be great. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll write them eventually at some point. We got a lot of time.
Eventually.
Right? Eventually.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we kind of do have a lot of time.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Ask the world burner outside.
I'm just trying to understand why people hate this movie.
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
I mean, but this isn't the world's greatest film, right? You're not right. This isn't the world's greatest film. It's like for what it is. It's just a good watch and it's enjoyable. It's really enjoyable as long as you don't go with the pretense of this being like a super action thriller movie, right? Like if you just watch this as literally just going as a comedy movie, it's like it's an enjoyable comedy movie. And everything. There's jokes that hit. There's some good jokes. Like the one thing that I really did like is how everything just it ends up circling back, right? One thing this movie does do is like they introduce a lot of characters and things, and you think that they're just one-off characters, like they're just there for the situation, but they always end up circling back to add a new joke. Like so at the beginning of the movie we have like this where Bruce Willis is looking for the girl being by her two brothers, I think, right? Yeah, right, by the two brothers, and then they find out, and then they chase after Bruce Willis, and then later Thomas Middleditch's character ends up dating the girl, right? And then the two brothers come back, and you would think they'd just come back to beat up Bruce Willis again, but they're like, no, we're friends with Thomas Middleditch now. We cool. we cool all of a sudden, yeah.
That's
right?
great because it's like there's a beginning and then they just kind of tie everything up later on. And
like they give these characters like I wouldn't say, I don't know if the arc is a good term, but they do use these characters well. They're not just all one-off characters that they're just there for. Like these characters do end up coming back in some way to add more to the joke. When they I remember seeing when not Thomas Middleditch, when Bruce Willis and John Goodman's character go rob like this gang, a different gang at a strip club, at a strip club or some shit, right? They just rob these characters, right? And then these characters end up showing up. You think they're just like these one-off gang characters, are just there, and then you end with them again at the end of the movie.
That is another thing that I kind of have a problem with, I will say. Now, the thing is, I like this movie as a whole, but my only problem is the ending. If only because, like, the thing is, now, this, again, as Austin was saying, Bruce Willis basically ends up robbing these guys. And so, of course, and they're kind of forgotten, and it looks like everything's okay. But then you come back, and then, you see Thomas Middleditch. He provides the narration in this movie, for the most part. And so, they kind of, like...
That, yeah, he does do that.
Yeah, and so he comes out of the narration, and there's also and then he's like, "Oh, I'll never tell you where Steve is," Bruce Willis's character, right? And so but they also kind of bring back this character's thing where like he always talks into his phone to take case notes and stuff, and so they through the phone they basically access those case notes as well to find out where Steve is, and so they're like, I'm not gonna kill him, let's just go over to this guy's house, right? And then they leave, and then it's just like. You see Thomas Middleditch, he's just kind of left there, and then the movie ends. Now it's like with such a comedic movie here, it's like it took such a seriously dark turn. Like I understand, like it makes sense why these characters come back because they're a loose end that would and they wouldn't take the whole being robbed at gunpoint and stuff lying down, but it's like. Everything is supposed to, like, with everything else that Steve's done, everything kind of is supposed to be resolved, but with this, we don't get any resolution. The movie just ends, so we're just kind of
it's pretty much just setting up another joke with these characters that they did. They're just setting up another joke with these characters, is what I felt like. I felt like, yeah, so we had, like, this supposed, like, of them just ditching Thomas Middleditch there, but I feel like it's just, like, a comedy, like a little character bit. Right, I didn't think much. It was like okay, like because as far as movie, like nothing serious happens in this movie, right? Everything just like is all like this one big routine. So I feel like this is just like another big routine, and that's just how they end the joke, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't really end on a joke. It's just so odd because it's like you get all this comedy, but then you end on such a serious, dark note. Because the thing is, this movie doesn't have a sequel. And so I'm only left to presume the fact that Steve and the rest of his family.
We'll visit Venice again twice upon in Venice. All right.
Twice upon a time in Venice. Nice.
Twice upon a time in Venice. Yeah.
But like the thing is, you're left thinking like either this is set up for a sequel, which is something that they really shouldn't have done. Because first of all, I just kind of hate the fact like I hate sequel baiting in general. Because like if you do that and then and the fact is like this doesn't seem to have a sequel, it's just done in very poor taste and ends the movie in a very bad note. And the thing is like a movie on its own should just finish the story on its own in that movie, The only exceptions being a planned franchise, but the thing is you planned that
like the Dark Universe, right? The Dark
Universe. Sure, exactly.
Let the games begin.
Oh my god! But it's like the thing is with Lord of the Rings, that story was all planned out from the get go, and so that makes sense. But it's like if you write one movie and then you just write something for a sequel, but you never have all the other movies written, it's not gonna work, usually. And in here, it's just like, because we're left without a sequel, it just ends on a very dark note. You presume you're left with the fact that, I guess, Steve and his family died, because that's the only way this could probably go. Because Steve has no idea.
Yeah.
And so, and then you have Thomas Middleditch just like his character just sitting there, and it's just like, why are you gonna end it like this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It just feels out of left field, and also I feel like that might be the reason why people don't like the movie so much as well. And I can understand that. Like, for the most part, the movie's fine, but the ending is just such a downer. It doesn't make sense with the rest of the movie. It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Now if they began it in the sequel, if they ever do that, which they won't, then it would have like worked out. Because then they would have to resolve that issue, and then you see more convoluted shit or whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's also one thing. I get what you're saying. I feel like they should have done. I think they should have ended the movie with how they started, with a narration, right? It's just like, I feel like if they just like so we have this supposed dark scene, and then if Steve just not Steve what's Thomas's Middleditch's character's name?
I'm looking. John. Yeah, John.
Right? Like so we had the movie start with John just giving out explanation, right? And then we just have him ended the movie with like a throwaway so after they leave, like he does like an inner monologue or some shit, like he's talking to himself, like we're the fuck like January 38th or whatever the fuck 12:05 a.m. Another day's in the work of John. Yeah. Of John Middleditch, right? Like ending like on like a So I understand you say how there's a dark. Yeah, which I can understand, but I feel like if that was the case, they should have ended that on like a lighthearted joke where it doesn't make the situation seem as serious, right?
Yeah, if they lightened the impact of that scene, then maybe that would have worked better. And then, but it's like it's like they didn't, and so it just kind of ruins. It kind of ruins the ending for that movie. Oh no, it does ruin the ending for that movie. Like I would have accepted like maybe the narration when he was talking about like Steve, and then they would have ended on him being happy and stuff, and that would have been fine. With maybe a hint at like at another problem, but here it's just a total downer ending. It doesn't like make sense at all. It's just
yeah.
But I mean, overall, I'm fine with this movie. It wasn't what I expected, but what I did get was great. And so I think if I'm gonna give it a rating, it'd probably be like a 7 or something.
I actually enjoyed this movie. It was a pretty fun watch.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely give it a watch if anyone's interested.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? Okay, that's nothing. All right.
All right. Well, that's it for me.
All right. Yeah. All right. That's it for the movie. All right. Well, hey, wow, we actually spent longer on this movie than we did on the opening rant of nonsense. Jesus Christ.
Look at that. We beat it.
We beat it.
Awesome.
All right. We beat our expectation of this movie. This time we beat the expectation of Once Upon a Time in Venice.
Nice.
There we go. God. Everything connects. Just like the jokes in this movie, everything circles back.
Oh my God. All right. Okay.
All right. That's it. All right. That's how we have to say. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands. Okay, thanks. Bye.